October just kicked off, and WallStreetBets is already delivering some of the wildest trades imaginable. From Reddit users cashing in big on Chinese stocks, to others losing more than just their portfolio. In this video, we'll dive into the biggest gains, gut-wrenching losses, and the insane strategies that actually paid off in the first week of October. Starting on October 1st, Reddit user Paladin258 posted this screenshot, showing their gain of 19.6k on SPY puts. If you already forgot, October started off with the shipping port strikes and then war tensions rising, causing uncertainty in the markets. SPY actually dropped 7 points based on this news, but I'm more surprised that it didn't drop further. In the comments, another user posted that they also bought SPY puts because of the shipping port strikes, making a whopping $21,043.56, an easy 155% gain. But Paladin258 actually bought them without any due diligence. In their original post they said, "Don't ask me why I bought all of these yesterday, because you already know which sub you're in." On October 2nd, Big PowerPoint tried to time the market reversal on this bad news, but bought at the absolute wrong time, and to make it worse, they put their entire portfolio into 0 DTEs. They posted this screenshot of their losses, turning 30k to $500 in the matter of hours. Big PowerPoint was saving up for a car this year, but instead of settling for a Toyota, they wanted to 3x their money to buy something nicer. In their own words, "I was hoping for a 3-bagger, but instead I was left with no bag." The next Reddit user isn't sure if it's their strategy that printed them money or they were just lucky. Maximally Inclusive posted this screenshot on October 1st showing a gain of 63%, up $3,215.86 for the year. It's definitely not impressive for WallStreetBets standards, but these types of posts are always interesting, because unlike the previous Reddit user that had no idea why they bought puts, Maximally Inclusive shared their strategy that they followed. According to them, this is pretty much all 90 to 120 DTE on stocks like Apple, SOXL, which is a 3x bullish leverage fund for the semiconductor industry, TECL, and TQQQ, which is a 3x bullish leverage ETF for tech. I never let an expiration date get closer than, say, 70 days away. Tried puts a couple of times, it never worked. Plus, I'm an optimist. I don't like rooting for something negative to happen. Perhaps it was luck, but I think there's always something to learn from posts like these. For example, they didn't buy FDs, which are short-dated options. They bought longer-dated options and rolled them, it seems. They took a bullish stance and didn't try to time a market collapse during a bull run. Our next Reddit user, Hotbun321 from Singapore, made this post on October 1st showing their account up 808% all time to share their comeback story to those who have lost hope. Additionally, Hotbun shared all the lessons he learned through his redemption arc. According to them, they discovered stocks early 2021. That's when they went all in on Lucid Air with options during the SPAC mania, turning 20k to 80k, 4xing their initial capital in a month. Like most degenerates, Hotbun thought they had found some type of glitch in the matrix, or that they were some type of stock market genius. In their mind, if they could 4x in 1 month, they could surely do it again. After all, if you start with 20k, you only need to 4x your money 3 times to get to $1 million. Unfortunately for them, they would end up losing all 80k, YOLOing their portfolio with terrible strategies and risk management. After blowing up their account, they ended up taking a 6-month break where they started working on the e-commerce business on Amazon to keep themselves distracted. Hotbun is actually an inspiration because in the comments he posted this screenshot where their new Amazon business is making around 20k a month in revenue. However, Hotbun was not satisfied with their successful e-commerce business and decided that their options journey had not ended. In their own words, "I came back 100% options. This is not addiction, this is dedication." His redemption story was not a straight shot to the moon, but actually a series of phases of larger events that happened in 2024. He began his redemption story by buying Chinese options on the Hong Kong index HSI, where he gained a lot and then lost even more. I have no idea why he bought these, but neither does he, because there wasn't any catalyst that I'm aware of. From this loss, they swore to never touch Chinese stocks again, but this would become relevant later. Their low point in their redemption arc was at 7k at the start of 2024, but they were able to 5x with the AI boom from Nvidia, selling right before the implosion that happened from late July to August. At this point, their all-time gains were still down 20%, but our fellow degenerate reminded themselves that they were loaded to the tits with 100% options. They would easily be able to gain everything back that the market took. Here are 2 lessons that Hotbun shared. Don't earn the last dollar. Run when everyone is on board. I'm totally out of AI. Never concentrate more than 30% in one holding. When you aren't certain, buy or sell half of the intended position. You only buy or leverage more if you're in the green, never the other way around. Remember when I said earlier that Hotbun swore that they would never touch Chinese stocks again? In their current and possibly last phase of the redemption arc, they plan to buy more options on Chinese stocks. According to Hotbun, the DD on Chinese sites cover much more detail about the stimulus that is happening. The TLDR is that the stimulus is basically like Jerome Powell turning on the money printer, but you can only use the money to buy stocks. I guess that explains why stocks like Baba and JD have been soaring to the moon. I'm sure this won't be the last time that we hear from Hotbun321. The next Reddit user lost so much money and much more that I'm not even sure if this is real or not. Reddit user I Lost 1 Million, aka Alex Steele, made this post on October 4th, sharing a screenshot of them losing $1,028,534.10, showing the remaining balance of $40K. They first learned about stocks in 2019, where they learned about things like diversification, index fund investing, and creating their own baskets of stocks to buy. But this guy clearly had no patience at all and was a true degenerate at heart. In 2020, they learned about options, making their first trade on Bed Bath & Beyond during the meme craze. This guy became extremely addicted to the volatility that comes with options trading. This was just the beginning of their downfall, but little did they know they would lose much more than just money. They lost most of their money on 0DTE and to the Bed Bath & Beyond cult. According to them, fast forward 2 years, I needed a source for more trading capital. I sold my house and cars, maxed out my credit cards, and borrowed from the bank and lenders. I lied to my family and friends to get money, and worked odd jobs that were shameful. My wife of 12 years left me. We didn't sign a prenup, so there was that whole process. Then she took custody of the kids. The crazy thing is that this person's portfolio never saw any type of spike. I guess the spikes were so small that Robinhood just smoothed it out. But usually the quick gains when you first buy an options contract is the thing that gets you hooked. You start questioning your life and long-term investments. Like, why am I waiting a whole year for 10% when I could just click a few buttons on an app and make 100% in an hour? In this case, Alex was purely addicted to the anticipation rather than the actual result. Because how do you lose more than 100k, 200k, 500k, and not stop to realize that you're just not winning? Despite losing his house, cars, and family, crying for days, sleeping on benches, backyards, and under bridges, they managed to save up enough money to get their own one-bedroom apartment. They said they're giving trading another go after studying for 2 years, focused on mastering every technical aspect of trading and overcoming their emotions. Alex is determined to make all of his money back. They've managed to trade their way back up to 25k, and they're ready to show the world that it isn't over. They even started this trading log and shared their Twitter account. Is it the most hedge or low-risk decision? No. The degen surely lives on inside me, but I've tamed it. WallStreetBets users are 100% sure that this guy's just gonna lose all of his money again. The worst part is that it doesn't even seem like they care that much about all the other things that they lost along the way. Reddit user Do Not Pass Line posted the screenshot on October 2nd, showing that they're finally in the green since starting their trading journey in 2016. After almost being a decade in the red, Do Not Pass Line shorted AMD and Tesla, then went into Rocket Lab calls, riding it from $3.50 to $10, then somehow made money from SPY and Coursera Gaming. This last part isn't that clear. But after 10 years of being called special, they claim that they're finally going to cash out and uninstall the app. Like always, people have their doubts that they can actually walk away, and if they don't, their chart is probably going to look like this. In their own words, after years of being in the red, I ain't bragging, just temporarily relieved. Reddit user MotherSource5249 decided to trust some other WallStreetBets user back in March to go all in on TSM, which caused their portfolio to drop 40%. They swore to ignore WallStreetBets from then on. They made their money back by wheeling, it seems, but it doesn't look like they're familiar with this term. Their strategy is to sell cash-secured put options and covered calls on stock names like ASTS, Lunar, Palantir, Rocket Labs, so basically just a bunch of meme stocks. But they said that they specifically sell in-the-money cash-secured puts, and more often than not, they don't get assigned and they haven't had to pay any margin fees. Although this is an impressive comeback, it's kind of funny because between March and now, they've only made $12. But I guess that's way better than most WallStreetBet users. The next few Reddit users made crazy gains from Chinese stimulus news. OKWillingness8231 turned $17 to $2,366 by buying PDD calls, which is the parent company of Temu. According to them, this is their first call option. I'm pretty sure they're going to lose all of it trying to chase this high again. On October 4th, Reddit user Fat Guy in a Little Coat posted this screenshot of them turning $582 to $17,331 on Baba calls. It honestly feels like the markets were on easy mode this week. Reddit user Action Hero LOL also posted this screenshot. A whopping 1,391% gain, netting them $28,595 in his post titled, "Today We're All Chinese." The next Reddit user, ZoomL134, posted their own Chinese stock gains, which finally made them green all time. If you like this video and want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe.